So what I wanted to watch today was very, very interesting. Um, it was by Kiwi Tapes, and I have to, I have to find it. Um, and some people may know about this. But this guy's definitely got some recognition. So let's.
Oi, oi, oi! It's kind of brown. Don't worry about that though. I got the bug spray right here. Oh my god, there's so many. Yeah, that just busted open. I don't know how that happened.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be honest, very little is known about Mr. Pissair's person.
Mr. Pissair. Oh my gosh. This guy scares me. The first video I've seen of him was the piss boxing. And if you guys, I'm sure Kiwi Tapes is probably going to go into it in the video. If you don't know what piss boxing is, you fill up 2 jugs of gallon bottles of urine and you go to town. That is pretty self-explanatory. Can't say I was too into it, but
Life, but so much.
If he loves it, and mind you, he just has just jugs of piss. Oh
Can be
my
said
gosh,
for the content
bro.
that he produces, which has got to be some of
disgusting.
the most disgusting I have ever seen on any social media platform. And of course, this all originated from TikTok. From his very first video, Mr. Pissair has made it quite clear just how he lives.
Because what's making me uncomfortable is like knowing. Let me turn my phone off. Oh my gosh. Knowing how toxic this chemical is in this container, and it just splashing around everywhere as if it's just regular water, and he's just doing this for TikTok. That's mind-boggling. Maybe I'm in the wrong space, guys. Maybe I should get in the pissing space.
Quickly capturing the attention of hundreds of thousands of people.
What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be teaching
Pissair tutorial. Like, and this isn't all a bit. Like, this isn't just all him, like, being dirty. Like the dude, PowMV, the guy that was the Roblox streamer, and he like lived with roaches and stuff, and he was like trying to clean his room. Like he would go to a house and intentionally leave that room dirty. But with this guy, it's like how it may be a bit, but like he actually lives like this. Like he's actually, I don't even know what to call this.
you how to make piss air. So today we got 1, 2, 3 bottles of piss. So you're gonna need some piss jugs. And so basically the air.
And he said like piss jugs, like like you could buy these off of Amazon or something.
The piss air will come up from the bottle and go in the back of the fan, and then the front of the fan will spray the air. And then so basically you got some beautiful piss air. It smells good, it's hygienic, women love it. So get you some piss air.
Like, and he knows that's a bit. Like he knows like what human in their right mind the piss air is getting to me. What human in their right mind would want to smell this? Like, what does his room smell like? We're going back to the question. We're going back to the older streams. What does this guy's room smell like? Because it's like, you're going through all this for a joke. And didn't he like quit? Didn't he like say, oh, I don't like to do the piss stuff anymore? Ugh.
Hey, I love the piss air. Yay!
I'm gonna warn you right now that this is quite tame in comparison to some of the videos that he would put out in the future. But the vast majority would be oriented around these jugs filled with liquid. The contents of these jugs have been debated quite frequently by viewers.
Because let's be real, like the way his living space looks, I don't think this is just like food coloring. I don't think this is just water with yellow dye. This is urine. And And you can say, oh, it's just a part of the bit. Like, nobody will ever subject themselves to this.
Of Mr.
You know how easy it is to access piss? You use it every day. You pee every day. And it's like different amounts per container. Like, it's no...
Piss Air's content, but he has always maintained that these are pee jugs, which he absolutely loves. These would mostly be the center of his video.
Because are we serious right now? Are we serious? This has to be peanut butter. That has to be... That's not feces. There's no way. Because can't you get banned for something like that? Can't you get banned for playing with feces? That should be like a terms of service type of thing, right? Like, what? That's disgusting.
There would also be another kind of emerging content that viewers were extremely interested in.
That's definitely peanut butter.
Is the house tour. Not only had Mr. Pissair's antics with jugs got him attention from followers on TikTok, but so had the absolute state of his home. People knew that it was bad, but they didn't know just how bad it was until he gave us a room tour.
What's up, guys? Today,
and it's every video.
We're gonna be doing a room tour. So we got the Piss Air right there.
Yes, acknowledge the Piss Air.
The food box. And this is the cooking station. This is where I do, And so this is the trash can. And this is my gaming setup.
What does he play?
I don't know what that is. This is the clothes. And this is my bed.
Average Genshin player.
And that's the second trash can.
The image of that mattress haunts me, and it's not even the worst thing in the room. Mr. Piss Air had just begun his TikTok journey, and people were already mortified, and they were sure to let him know in the comments section. But this didn't bother him in the slightest, continuing to make videos.
Like, does he live with his family? Does his family live like this, or is it just him in this one room house? Because imagine, like, what does the rest of the house look like if it's collapsing in on itself? Like, this is disgusting. He's too comfortable in this place for it to not be his house. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's walking around barefoot basketball shorts, probably no underwear, shirtless around this house, and like, you wouldn't even do that in an abandoned house. You get what I'm saying? Like, the lights are on. There's electricity running through here. Honestly, shut them off. Shut the electricity off. Shut the water off. Get these people out of here. And just blow up the house. Honestly, like, start a GoFundMe for him to get a new house. But in order for him to receive the money, he has to sign some sort of agreement to not let the next house get into any sort of condition like this ever again, because this is disgusting. The piss stuff is funny, just because it's pee. Like, toilet humor is funny. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, when people say like poop or pee around me, I have to control myself not to laugh, because those words are hilarious. And the fact that he's walking around, the fact that he's living in a space with Piss Air, like, you can't. I don't know, man. This is disgusting, but it's funny, but at the same time, it's like, you're gross. I'm laughing because this is gross, not because I think this is acceptable.
Videos centering around his beloved jugs, while also showing off his very eccentric personality.
That's a genuine reaction. This is him. This is actually him reacting, because so much of the chemicals have risen to his brain that anytime there's a concentrated amount of a concentrated dosage of him sniffing his own urine, or whoever's urine at this point, that his brain starts to overload because of how much urine is stored up there. Like, there is a constant, like, airflow of urine. And I'm talking as if I know, because I've met this guy before. He's actually related to Soha27. I actually have something to say. Y'all looking like our room. That's not funny. That's not fun. That's not funny in the slightest, actually. That's not cool. But there's so much urine in his brain that it's like constantly like in there, like the fumes of urine are actually like stuck throughout his body. So when it's too much, his nervous system can't handle it anymore, and then we get reactions like those. Don't say I look like this dude ever again. What's your problem?
Oi, oi, baka. Oi, 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 baka. Woo! See, now it's actually funny. You thought you could stop me. Me, I am the god of piss. I know piss jitsu. Hey-ya! 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 You can't stop me. Not ever in a million years. I'll take over the world and cover the oceans with piss.
He had been posting for over a month now and would
And it's like you know what his room smells like. I keep bringing up this point, but it's just like he is probably so stuck into the piss air, the smelly urine all around him, that it's like it doesn't smell as bad as he'd probably think. So once he gets to a clean space, it's like, whoa. And if he were to stay in that clean space for a while and then go back to whatever this monstrosity of an area is, he's going to be like, wow, this is a biohazard. I could actually kill someone. But the continued exposure of the way this room smells is just, it don't, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't, don't even.
was starting to gain traction. His personality, the jugs, the skits, it was really bringing people in. And like any good audience, they craved more content, which Mr. Pissair couldn't have been happier to deliver on. His room tour video had seen a massive success.
I just read what's on the screen. I just processed piss mistletoe. You can't make it up.
After many comments asking him to show more of the house, he would show us what I consider to be the most disturbing room in the home, the kitchen.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing the kitchen tour. So first of all, we got my sink. It's kind of brown right here. Don't worry about that. And you know, the top part of the faucet, I don't know where that shit went, but it just kind of disappeared. You know, when you turn it on. What the fuck? Okay. And this is where I wash my dishes, but you know, I haven't done it in a couple of years. Over here we got the stove. This is where I cook shit. You know, I've been cooking shit up because, like, you know, I'm a 5-star chef type shit. Over here we got my fridge. It's kind of brown. Don't worry about that though, because like the spirits and shit. But yeah,
I would never. I don't like dirty things at all. I don't like dirty things. And I'm gonna share something. I'm gonna share something a little personal with y'all, because at the end of the day, this has to be fake. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, to a point, it has to be fake. But it's like he's walking around shirtless in this place. This isn't just like okay, the way he was acting, like him screaming and stuff. Okay, call that fake. But like his living conditions, this can't be fake. Like, this is just him, 100%. But like my grandma. Oh my gosh, bless her soul. She not deceased or nothing. But she lived in a house not very similar to this, but it was enough to make me uncomfortable, right? And as much as my grandma liked to flex money, as much as she was materialistic, her house was not, it was no way to live. And I would not like going over there. I would not like sleeping over there, because there was always this fear of something crawling on me, something being in the tuck and crawling on my face or being on my body. And I would be too far into sleep to realize that it was on me, or I would wake up and something be on my face. That would scare the daylights out of me. And then finding a place to sleep, sometimes I'd be on the couch, sometimes I'd be on the little bed upstairs in one of my cousin's rooms or something like that. And it's just like, no. Like, I would look, like, I loved my grandmother, but it's like, yo, you gotta look at the way you're living, dude. Like, it's, and then on top of that, my grandmother made cakes. Like, she ran a business out of her home, and it'd be like I always would think, like, yo, what if there's like a roach or something that crawls on a cake and a customer sees that? Because like, people would come to her house and like pick up the cake sometimes, and I'd be like, yo, the cakes are that good for you to ignore the environment that the cakes are being cooked in. Like that always crossed my mind as a kid, and like it was just, I don't know, very overstimulating. As I got older and I was like more conscious of like, you know, where I was going, how I was spending my time, when she was still over there, she, like, I would go there and it was just like stuff everywhere still, and it just hasn't gotten better since I was a kid. And she was there pretty much my whole life up until probably like a couple years ago, right? Like 2 years ago maybe. But yeah, the house burned down last summer actually. And it was because the house wasn't wide, it was narrow, right? So like when you walk into the house, you're in the living room, and then walk into that next section, dining room. Last section is the kitchen, and everything went up, of course. So like it just wasn't a whole lot of space as is, on top of the stuff that she just liked to keep and hoard. And like she has so many cake pans. I've only ever seen her make like the half sheet and then the circle cakes. Those were the only type of cakes that she was making after a certain point. So it was like, nobody's asking you for like specialty cakes. Nobody's asking for the Cosmo and Wanda cake mold or the SpongeBob cake mold or the Peter. I think she might have had a Family Guy one. It's up in flames now, so I don't know. I can't verify. I feel like there was one though. But it was like yo, I just don't. I don't. You know, and again, like I said, like she like was just very, very materialistic. Like she had like all this Gucci stuff, had a nice car. I'm pretty sure a car note was like up the wazoo. Like it was very expensive, but it was a nice car. Another tangent I gotta go on. And then just being around her, she was just always like, oh, you need to have the best things when you're around me, because at the end of the day, you're my grandson. And like when I was younger, I appreciate it, but now it's like that's all I remember my grandmother for, you know? Like I can only remember one time where I just spent time with my grandmother when I was a kid, and it had nothing to do with like her taking me out to shop or, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I'll get into the other thought maybe a little later, but that's my little trauma dump on you guys.
That's my kitchen tour.
Almost everything in that
That's
room.
disgusting. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to pause it back to back, but like imagine somebody's on the street and they have a water gun and it's filled with pee and they squirt you with it. I'm going to scream. And I'm going to shut down mentally. My brain's going to explode. I would not know what to do in a situation like that.
Had this crust to it, likely years of filth just layered on there. And then there's the sink. How do you even use that? All of this fueled the rumors that Mr. Pissair didn't even live in this house. He just filmed content there. And like I said, we know very little about his personal life, but there is some evidence that this is actually his home. But we'll get into that later. Because right after the kitchen tour, Mr. Pissair would start a new series that would reveal possibly why his kitchen was in that state. Because he would start to make crazy concoctions in his kitchen on TikTok, always centered around the contents of his jugs.
So he's gonna kill somebody. His microwave doesn't even have like a little rotating thing. Cause like, where did it go? Where do you even take something like that? What?
And so basically, once the 15 seconds are over, what you're gonna want
And
to do is
microwaves aren't that expensive. Imagine like he's probably getting a lot of views from all the rage bait that he's gotten, right? So it's like, why not start buying stuff that will improve your life? You know, like soap. Pay your water bill, toiletries, toilet paper.
take it out, open it up, and the stench will be so.
And imagine how that smells. Microwave pee, microwave piss.
So horribly bad.
And this is when things really started getting weird. He gave us a bathroom tour, which I'm not going to show you guys. I don't think any human being should have to witness that. It's actually worse than the kitchen. But that's not even what I'm talking about when I mean
what is the when the blank kidnaps you? What is the blanked out word?
Mr. Pissair was completely unleashed, having no issues creating some of the most bizarre and disgusting TikToks that he ever had. His TikToks were only increasing in popularity.
How do you explain something like that?
His home. And like it had done before.
Imagine you're a pizza delivery driver who had to deliver that pizza to him. What does the outside of his house look like? How much you want to bet the outside of his house looks nice? The outside of his house looks probably normal. And then it's just the inside that is, that would piss me off.
Or the
no pun intended. No pun intended, because we're talking about piss today.
filth spawned yet another series for Mr. Pissair to take advantage of, and that is the constant war that he is at with the roaches.
Dunkin' $6 meal deal.
Thank you. A little palate cleanser.
Sausage, egg, and cheese, medium
Wait.
coffee, and 6 delicious hash browns. Only at Dunkin'.
Bacon and cheese.
Carl never really
Bacon
thought
and
much of his
cheese.
credit scores
Sorry, my bad.
until he got Credit Karma and used his scores
Bacon and
to
cheese.
score more.
Cheese.
Life
Cheese.
is
Cheese. Bacon and
less
cheese.
humble above.
Bacon and cheese.
Intuit Credit Karma. Karma.
Sorry. Okay.
Living amongst him. It would be almost an impossibility for a house in this condition to be free of pests. There are plenty of places for them to hide,
That pizza
lots
looked good,
for them
I'm
to
not even gonna
eat,
lie.
and that's really all they need.
He's
So
actually kind of making the pizza look good. I'm not even trying to joke around. Like, he is eating it off the floor, which is disgusting. But it's like he's making that Domino's or whatever look really
I'm
delicious.
sure it doesn't shock you to know that this house is absolutely infested. to
Like, the
brim.
way he's eating, the way... Oh, my gosh. I could go for some pizza right now. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not even going to lie to you guys.
With cockroaches. But if he's good at anything, I would say it's making the best of a poor situation. So he just turned his issues with roaches into even more content.
All right, guys. I got the bug spray right here. These are the roaches. They're literally infesting my drawer. I can't open this. I'm too scared. So, on the count of 3, I'm going to spray this. 3, 2, 1, go.
And he's just living like that. Like, I don't... This is where I cross the line. This is not funny anymore. This is just, like, actually abhorrent. Like, this is not... And it's bottles in the drawer. Like, what is he? Does he just keep the same pants on whenever he needs to change? He pulls out a bottle and pisses in it.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a travesty. My goodness.
And imagine, like, the roaches probably, like, are so geeked up on piss radiation that this bug spray doesn't even affect them anymore. Like, they are, like, they're super soldiers. They're super roaches.
They're not even phased. They're just taking it. Okay, guys, this is the aftermath. As you can see, there's no more roaches. Oh, there's one right here.
Watching that video made me itch. I'm not gonna lie, a couple times during the production of
literally
this,
itching.
I was physically ill. I didn't throw up or anything, but I came close a couple times. And that's how I knew this would be perfect for you guys. And a fair warning, I've yet to show you the worst. There will be so many more wars with roaches, so many more jug concoctions. At this point in the timeline, Mr. Pissair hadn't even reached the peak of his popularity, but he was gaining followers at a rapid pace, and saw no reason to end any of his series, giving the people yet another long-awaited glimpse at his house. This time it was the fridge, which is very disturbing.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a fridge tour.
And you know, everything in that fridge is going to be crusty, yellow, and brown.
So first off, we got the freezer. I don't know what the fuck is in here. There's some fucking doo-doo stains. I don't know. And, you know, down here, we got the same
Like, his fridge isn't even making any noises.
thing. I don't know what all this is. And then some prospects of dirt, doo-doo stains. Look, man, it's brown. I don't know what it is. That's my fridge tour.
I'm not a pest control guy, but I'm pretty sure all of that is roach feces, and extremely, extremely bad for you to be touching or breathing in. But roaches weren't the only thing running around in Mr. Pissair's house. There were also what he calls mutant crickets. They're these crickets with crazy legs that have infested his basement.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going mutant bug hunting. If you want to know what that means, there's some unknown species of fucking
At least he got a haircut. Like, that's nice. He got a little shave. Proud of him. One step to getting your life together. I realize you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good. You play good, you get paid. You know, like I don't know. I realize, like, yo, the more I go into my physical health, the more I, like, you know, make sure my body is getting the right nutrients and, you know, treating my body as if it's the only one I'm gonna get. I feel good, you know. Like, I was eating the Federal Donuts, right? I'm like, yo, these taste greasy. I don't like them that much. And it's like my body is responding, like, yo, like, you're doing a good job. Don't ruin it, you know. But this is disgusting. I'm not sure, because we are 42 minutes in. I don't even know if I want to continue watching this. 'Cause I don't know. I think any normal human being would want to... Is he putting deodorant in the air fryer?
The Amateur is one of the most
video, but we're going to have to go to war again. So you already know we got to bring out the big guns. We got some deodorant right now.
What is that going to do?
We're going to rub off the roaches with the deodorant, bro. You're finally getting off. I ain't playing, bro. Y'all getting off of here. Y'all getting off of here. Yeah, get out of here. Run.
Okay. I'm actually starting to itch, like, in real life. I'm feeling very uncomfortable. So we are actually not going to continue watching that because that is disgusting. No human being should even be able to live like that. Like, that's not even crazy to say, you know? Like, all right.
I never wanna